something? Can I say something before we even start? Before we even start talking about anything.
Well, why are you pointing?
Okay, no, because this is my debating finger.
Okay.
And I came here ready.
Okay.
You two disgust me. Okay? I'm gonna come out and say it. You know nothing about sports. I sit in my bed and watch you guys talk about nothing every morning. Do you know how upset it makes me to hear you guys go back and forth?
You know what I know?
What do you know?
I know that an MVP is somebody that doesn't score 5 points a game. I know that much.
Shots fired.
I know that
Hold me back. Hold you back. Okay.
First of all, Steve, if you know anything about basketball, you know that being the most valuable player has everything to do with being a valuable player. In other words, Steve, that means I make everybody around me better.
Really?
5 points is what I had. What did I contribute?
Yeah. Really, right here.
We had 100 and something points this game, which I was responsible for. I was responsible. What? Look at this.
You know what?
Back
you know
down.
what? This disgusts me. This disgusts me
What do
right
you
here.
mean? That's a 5'4" guy going to the post.
It is clear that you talked to the producers before this show because they showed the only 2 shots you made the entire game.
Okay, from looking at those shots, what could you tell? That I got a basketball history. Did you not see that? You didn't see it in and out. I had the awareness to say, I'm going to go by and lay the ball up.
You know what I prefer to look at?
What do you prefer to look at?
I prefer to look at you trying to post up Lisa Leslie and think like a man and get your shots swatted.
Well, that's just a completely different scenario.
See, take a look at this.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at that.
What's that show you?
Open.
History.
Go to the hole.
History.
Go to look at this. Turn your back to him.
plays.
He's too small. Now, turn your back to him.
Who was that you were going against? Mini
Who
Me?
cares who he was? He couldn't defend me. That's the point. And what you're not even realizing, 2-time MVP. Don't call me a MVP. You're looking at a 2-time MVP.
Respect. We got to respect
I don't
you.
recall.
Well, I have one question here.
Well, ask it, Skip.
Why morning after morning do you sit up in your bed watching us talk about nothing? Could it be because you're addicted to watching us talk about nothing?
No.
Like so many viewers are?
No.
Yes.
I'm addicted to what are you going to say wrong next, Skip. Okay, that's what I'm addicted. You know, Skip, I've never seen a man that can be wrong and keep the same straight face. I've never seen somebody that's wrong so much. I've seen Skip contradict himself so many times and look in the camera and not blink. When it comes to LeBron James, how many times has this man contradicted himself? When is he going to show up? When is LeBron James going to do this? I expect more from an MVP.
Is that how he does it with the hands
This is what he does when he gets mad. He should never. MVP would never in the fourth quarter. He showed. Remember he was saying that LeBron James was show-siding. Yeah, what is it called? Showboating in the fourth quarter.
That's what he did.
Doing too
You did
much.
this.
He should have sat down. The game was over. Shut up, Skip. That makes no sense. It's the NBA. We here to play.
How'd you like the end of Game 6 of the NBA Finals, the last minute? Remember that game?
Well, I loved the end of it. I actually was on the edge of my seat. Did I expect that to happen? No, I didn't, Skip. But you know what it's called?
Wait, was it LeBron who had those 2 late turnovers, then missed the tying 3?
Oh, my Lord.
And somehow the ball bounced.
No, let's go there.
And it went to Ray Allen. Oh, Ray Allen made the 3 that saved LeBron's career.
You know what? You're 100% right. But what you're forgetting, Skip, is who was it that brought them back in the game? Was it LeBron James?
I give him that.
Was it LeBron James that went on a tear in the fourth quarter and had about 8 consecutive points? Yes, he made 2 crucial turnovers. That's why you have teammates. Your teammates are there to help you when things go bad. That's what Ray Allen did. That's why Ray Allen has experience. You're looking at me like that, Steve, because I have knowledge. I know the game.
No, I actually agree with you.
Yes, you agree with me.
But I'm laughing because you tried to indicate that we were both wrong, but you just echoed my sentiments to him when he said that.
On that day, you were right.
On that day.
On that one day.
On that day, I was right.
On that day, you were right.
All right, so I'm all right. 364
You've had your moments.
days.
When it comes to the Knicks, you're always wrong.
Okay.
You're always wrong.
About the Knicks?
Yes, you're wrong.
Really?
Because your love gets in the way with your opinion.
You didn't have to go there.
Well, I am going to go there, Steve, because you need to
Who's
hear
your team? Who's your team?
Well, that's neither here nor there.
Exactly.
First of all, my organization, first of all, let me tell you something. We're going through a lot of things in Philadelphia right now.
That's what I thought.
We had a lemon and Andrew Bynum.
That's right.
Okay. And, nobody told us that car wasn't going to run. Right. We thought that we were getting a Ford, and turned out we got a biscuit. We didn't know what was going on. So Bynum put us in a bad position. Okay. Right now we're rebuilding. You know, we're rebuilding. I was sad to see Holiday go. I didn't want to see it, but I understand we made changes for a reason. So right now I just got to see what my boys do, man. We're in a rebuilding stage.
So in other words, you and we got to see mode.
Well, yeah, we just got to figure some stuff out.
So you want to tell everybody else what they seeing, but your mode is we got to see.
Well, Kevin, listen.
Don't judge me, man.
Kevin, listen, on this show, obviously we judge athletes, but we need you to help us out. We want to judge a comedian. We want you to give someone a grade. I think you know who we're talking about.
Okay.
It's the
I give myself an
Pharaoh
Oh, Lord.
impression of Stephen A. Take a look.
Clearly you enjoyed it. Clearly. LeBron James, clearly.
I loved it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I know exactly what's going down. LeBron has got to get it done. Chris Bosh looks just like a catfish. He looks just like a catfish. Oh my Lord. You're insane. You should be banned from talking basketball.
There you go.
That's
There
a good
you
one.
go.
Disrespectful. Blasphemous.
There you go. And first of all, it's a great impression. He's got to throw more of those words in there, though. Steven uses a lot of the big words. I don't really think he knows the definition of a lot of these words, but he throws them out at great points to make him come off as an educated man.
Such as?
Yeah. Well, I've heard Steve use words like despicable. He used it wrong a couple times. He was like, listen to me, Skip. You have no despicable timing. I was like, what? What is that?
Where'd that go?
Yeah, definitely it wasn't supposed to be there.
Right.
He does that a lot. But that's a great impression, man. He's very animated. You're very animated. And here's what I tell you, Skip. He tries to overtalk you at times.
Oh, does he?
Yes,
Oh, you noticed?
Yes, no, Skip. I'll give you that up here, Skip.
Thank you.
That's not fair to you, because Skip isn't a loud talker, Steve, and at times you try to intimidate Skip. And I don't know what it is about you that thinks you can get away with that, but I like the fact that Skip doesn't back down. But Skip, you got to stop doing the same face. I want to see more animation, man.
More animation from me?
You go straight Sylvester Stallone Rambo. You go one eye down. like whenever Skip is on the ropes, like he's like, when Steven comes at you, no, Skip, you're gonna let me talk, let me finish, and then you do this, you hit him with the one eye. It's like a combination between a rock,
It's the eyebrow.
Steven Seagal, and Rambo.
It stops him in his tracks.
I think that throws you off a little bit because you don't know if he's sick at that
There's
point.
nothing that
it gets
throws me
real.
off.
It gets
There's
very
nothing that throws
sickly.
me off about Skip.
No,
It
at
gets
times
very
does.
sickly.
It gets very sickly.
Are you okay?
Yeah, like you
I'm
go,
okay.
well, let me make sure Skip is all right. I've seen you check on him a couple times. But Steve, stop over talking him, okay? Stop, because that's not fair to Skip.
Really?
He don't do it to you.
So you can't. He doesn't do it to me. He doesn't do it to me.
He has nothing to say. so-
Let me finish. And then he starts going in his soliloquy, and it doesn't matter what he sees.
Soliloquy was not. You didn't have to say soliloquy right there.
But it did fit.
What? But why did you use it?
But is it
What?
because that's how I talk?
See, in the
That's how
morning,
I talk.
he wakes up and there's somebody that gives him 7 words that he has to use in that day.
Actually, I give myself something.
Soliloquy was a word that he had to use today.
I read the dictionary every day.
I'm so sick of you, man.
Is it?
Let me tell you something. You don't minimize nothing around here. I didn't have any words. I should have had a bunch of words set up today.
I'll
for me
Google some
for
you.
For me to throw them back, man.
Kevin Hart, let me ask you a serious question
Okay.
about something you love.
Okay.
Comedy.
Yes.
You fought your way up that stand-up ladder, and it is a tough ladder to climb. And you struck out here, and you scored here, and you made it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've read stories where you hark back on your influences. Cosby, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Chappelle. Who is the funniest man who ever lived, in your opinion?
Funniest man who ever lived,
Yeah.
man. That's such an unfair question, dude.
No, it's not. I want to know.
You know what? I have to say, you got to say Richard Pryor.
Thank you.
And the reason why I say Richard Pryor is because Richard Pryor was so far ahead of his time. When you look at all comedians right now, you look at all of us, anybody who is not afraid to talk about their lives, good or bad, on stage, is a representation of Richard Pryor's essence. You know, Richard Pryor is the first man to go on stage and really bear it all. Good or bad, from drugs, from his problems with his relationship, from his family, from his mom, and from his grandma, whatever it was, he's the first person to open up about that. And it was so shocking to people of all races that everybody had no choice but to accept it and laugh at it. So I think because of the groundbreaking things that he did, you gotta say Richard Pryor. Then after him, you know, so many people were able to come through the same doors that he opened up, and these other legends were made. And granted, there were other people before Richard Pryor, but nobody as groundbreaking as Richard Pryor.
I find a difference between guys. There are guys who are great at stand-up, and there are guys who are great on television and in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And to me, the true definition of greatness as a comedic artist is one who does it both.
Yeah.
In both, on all levels.
On all levels,
And
sure.
I look at you, I look at Jay Farrell coming up, and I look at a lot of guys like that, and I say, they've got it, but there are other people that I struggle. What's the difference? And you know, in terms of the appeal between the two, what really ices it for
Well,
them?
I think for the comedians who definitely get to see the other level, you know, the upper echelon of entertainment, you know, past the stage, going into movies and television, it's finding out that you can be yourself on all standards. You know, like literally within movies and TV, they're hiring you to be yourself. The guy that people fell in love with on stage is the people that they want to see in these movies and on television. So I think some people blur the lines and feel like when I'm in these movies, I now have to be somebody else that I'm not really familiar with. Now I got to be this actor and this thespian. That's not what people like you for. They like you because...
I remember you saying filming Hollywood Husbands that you just ad-lib. A lot of that
It's ad-lib.
is
It's
you
all
having
improv.
fun
It's all
and
improv.
being yourself.
All improv.
And it really comes across that way.
I must tell you,
All
you
improv.
just did something. As you were talking just now, you adopted the Skip Bayless look.
He did. He
Did-
did.
did
He
I-
dropped
did
it.
I- did I
He
drop
dropped
it?
it.
You lowered one eye and raised
Yeah.
the other.
Well, it's
He
because
did.
Skip gave it to
Are
me.
you sick?
But wait a
Are you
second.
sick?
He used one of your chosen 7 words for today, thespian. I like that.
Uh-oh.
Thespian.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yes, thespian.
Are you having fun?
Well, let me tell you something. I'm having more than fun, but I just want to say again, you two know nothing about sports. If you know nothing else and hear anything else from me while I'm here, understand that I know. I see through all
Well, can
this
you help
stuff.
me out? Can you
Okay?
stick around
Well,
and
look,
maybe tell them
I'll stick
something?
around.
Will
I'll
you?
stick around. All I'm saying is I know sports.
Okay.
Really?
Like you have no idea how well versed I am in this,
Okay.
man.
You're
You think you
absolutely
get
right.
to be a 2-time
Absolutely
MVP for fake for nothing?
Absolutely
You doing
right.
this?
You are ridiculous.
Absolutely
You are ridiculous.
I have no knowledge
ridiculous.
that you know something about sports.
That's what you are.
Hey
It is
guys,
ridiculous.
Kevin Hart is here dropping knowledge. You're ridiculous. You're sick, and he's going to stick around. More
will.
First Take after the break, everyone. Dwight Howard on Playing with Kobe Bryant. Kevin Hart still joining us here at the desk. Are you surprised at all by what Dwight Howard had to say about Kobe?
I'm not surprised. I think everybody knew that there was definitely, a little tension, not crazy tension, but, you knew that those two weren't the best of friends, on the court or possibly off the court. At the end of the day, I think we should all be clear that Kobe Bryant is a star. Kobe Bryant demands the ball. He needs the ball. That shouldn't be discussed. It shouldn't be debated in any way, shape, or form. I think that the NBA, I think the fans, I think you guys at points were hard on Dwight Howard. And I'm not saying this as a friend. Let me tell you why. I'm not saying this just as a friend. I'm saying it as an NBA fan. Let's remember that Dwight Howard coming out of Orlando was the best big man in the league. Can we agree on that?
I've always said that.
Okay, the best big man in the league, okay?
Maybe by default, I'll give you that.
Well, I mean, at that point when he was in Orlando, you can't really argue it. His numbers were solid. The team was playing great basketball. He was a healthy Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard coming to the Lakers was a big deal because everyone was expecting a healthy Dwight Howard. And getting here, Dwight Howard was not a healthy Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard played the whole season unhealthy. He played through shoulder injuries, back problems, whatever it was. He was never fully healthy. As fans, nobody really acknowledged that. People put the struggles and everything on. Everything just went to Dwight at one point in time. Dwight, blah, 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 blah. Now, with him going, it's a good move for him because now he has a chance for a program to either possibly go inside out, but to where he can be a focusing point. In LA, he was never really a focusing point until Kobe got hurt. And I think that's where all of the tension possibly went, because when Kobe went down, then Dwight got the ball and he felt happy about his streak that he was going on and seemed to be better and playing better. And, fans still say, Dwight, your fault.
So are you saying that you like the fact that he's in Houston as opposed to...
I do. I like the fact.
You
Yes.
like it? So
I like
you
the
didn't
fact
want
that
him to
he's
stay
Houston.
here?
No, I don't think LA was a good fit for him. I don't think LA is a good fit for him.
Why not?
Because I think Kobe needs a big man that's going to play a role. I think Kobe doesn't need a big man that's going to demand the ball. He doesn't need a big man that needs 15 to 20 touches, in a game, and they need to have post-play set up for him. I think Kobe needs a big man where he can do pick and rolls and clean up, do dirty work. That's what Kobe needs.
So since you're the basketball aficionado on the set, excuse me, what's the state of the Lakers right now, your estimation, as a result of this move?
Right now, well, the state of the Lakers is bad because you're dealing with a is that, how do you say that word? Rehabilitating? Did I get it right?
Rehabilitating.
Okay, rehabilitating.
That's right.
Kobe Bryant.
Stop frowning at me, go ahead.
So you're dealing with a man who's going and struggling to get healthy. Not struggling, that's the wrong word. Kobe Bryant's getting healthy, so you got to see what Kobe Bryant is going to show up after that injury. That's your first problem. Steve Nash, okay, what is the state of Steve Nash? Paul Gasol, what Paul Gasol are you going to get? These guys are now getting older, so now you need younger legs, you need younger players. Who do the Lakers really have that is stepping up in that younger role from last year. Metta World Peace is a guy who's been there. He's going to play the same role, but you need guys who can step up and take the pressure off Kobe Bryant.
And Metta's no longer
Metta's gone.
He's gone now.
He got amnesty.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I didn't even know that. So now you're definitely in trouble as a Laker fan.
What about the favorite train of thought of the Lakers taking this season is taking it off to regroup for 2014?
I think so. I think getting Kobe Bryant to commit to a couple more seasons would be huge, and literally staying and finishing out his career, however many more seasons that would be, is huge. But you got to literally look at the Lakers and say, we need to rebuild. You got to make changes.
They need help.
They need a lot of help.
There's
right
a
now.
former MVP that might be available, sitting a couple
Are
seats
you
away from
available?
me. Are you available?
Well, here's the thing about Kevin Hart. I go third person when I talk about basketball.
Okay.
As having a promising basketball career at George Washington High School, Skip. If you want to Google me, you can.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. I made honorable mention my senior year, which is not an all-star category, but it's close to something. I would, but I really don't think my caliber of player is necessary for the NBA. I'm too big of a athlete. I think me surpassing what these guys have done is unfair to the hard work that they put in. You know, you look at Kobe, you look at LeBron, and you look at Melo. These guys have worked their whole lives to get to where they got. And if I come in and just surpass what they've done, I then look like the jerk. And I don't think that's who I am, and that's not what I'm about. That's why in a celebrity game, I pop up, I get another MVP, and I'll say, hey guys, this is what it could be.
Yes.
This
is what it could be.
It's out of the kindness of your heart.
Yes, it is.
Is why you're not playing.
It is. Look, we all share MVP trophies. Do you have one, Steve?
Oh, Steve.
Haven't you played in a celebrity game?
Steve.
No, I have not. I coached it.
Steve. Oh, well,
I
I've
coached
seen
it and my team won.
Steve, I've played in the celebrity game with you. I'm not
No.
talking about the ones for the NBA.
Oh, you're talking about the
Yes,
one in
I'm talking
Philadelphia?
about the one in Philadelphia,
When I
Steve,
dropped
where you
20
shot-
and I dropped 20 in the first half and walked up the court?
When you dropped 20, it was a $20 bill. You did not drop 20 points,
I
Steve.
dropped 20.
If I recall, that's another game where I probably had about 57 points.
Oh, my
Listen,
Lord.
this is-
You recall 57.
okay, let's all just be honest.
Okay.
Look at my body. This is the body of an athlete, people. This is the body of a man who's made to score. Skip, if you had my arms, things would be different in your
I
life.
have your
Hold
arms
on.
and then some.
Oh, yeah. So Skip's going to challenge you on fitness. You know
Okay,
that.
listen, look. At the end of the day, my body looks like a trophy.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh.
Have you ever seen a trophy up close? That's what these cuts
Before
look
we
like.
let you go, I'm not going to give you a pass on your friend Dwight Howard. We're
Why
going to
not?
go back there one more time. I was rudely interrupted by my friend Stephen A., who always talks over me on this show, as you well know.
He's just trying.
Dwight Howard told my friend Stephen A. in a Sunday sit-down conversation that he's already a success at life. He doesn't need winning a ring to be a success. That's the way he's not going to be defined by a ring. As I've always said, Kevin Hart, his intangibles are low. I think he left L.A. because the pressure was too severe for him to be the face of the Lakers post-Kobe. And he went to the Rockets because there's far less pressure, and he can be happy, and he can clown around, and he can still make a ton of money with far less pressure. That's Dwight Howard.
I think you took that statement wrong about I'm already successful. I don't need a ring to be successful. I think what Dwight is speaking about when he's saying that is I'm accomplished. I've set out a goal to make it to the NBA. I'm in the NBA. I'm providing for my family. I am successful in that right. I think that's what he's saying. I think any man in entertainment will say that. You know, if you say, hey, you got to do this to make it, you haven't made it unless you do this, I'll say, wait a minute, whoa. I've made it. My family's taken care of. I'm doing things. I'm successful. Now, I haven't accomplished the goals that I set out to accomplish, but I look at myself as a successful man. I think that's what Dwight meant there by saying he's already successful.
And he did.
That's what I think he was talking about.
And he did elaborate by talking about how, of course, he wants to win. Of course, he's still striving to win. But with all the things that has happened in his life, with the sun shining on him every day, he's not going to wake up hating life.
Exactly.
Because he hasn't captured a championship.
Exactly.
That's all he was saying.
Now, and as far as the pressure in LA, you got to understand, this is a basketball city.
Sure.
You know, basketball runs LA. Yeah. The expectations of the fans here are very high. Like, literally, I've seen fans in LA turn on Kobe at
all
points.
the time.
Like, it's ridiculous.
No, but wait, fans in LA didn't love Kobe even in the beginning. People forget that. They did not love Kobe.
They didn't at all.
They grew to love him because he started to win. Winning solves all.
And at one point in time, the fans in LA were mad as Shaq. Like,
Yes.
like they're not.
Well, I don't ever recall him being mad at Shaq while he was here. I recall him being mad at him once he was, you know.
There was a couple moments when Shaq and Kobe were going through their thing, and the fans,
and they
the fans
sided
were
with
going with
Kobe
Kobe and not Shaq.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, as a town, as a city, you're hard on your players here. And it's like, if you're going to love them. Go through thick and thin with them.
Yeah.
You know, don't turn your back on them when things get rough. And I feel like if I'm Dwight Howard, things got rough for me. It's not like y'all welcome me with the best hug ever, you know? When things got bad, it was me. It's all my fault. And Kobe's not to blame. And granted, it's Kobe's city. Kobe deserves
Kevin,
the respect.
you just said it. The fans are like that with everybody.
Yes. Yes,
Dwight
they
could
were.
have played through it.
Are you like that?
Am I like that? Yeah. As a fan? No, I'm a loyal guy, man. I just told you I'm a Sixers fan on national television. Who do you know would do that?
Why are you moving your shoulders?
Because that's a bold move right now. I just put everything I said in jeopardy by admitting that I'm a Sixers fan.
Well, everything.
That's all right. Okay, but don't bring it over here like I won't represent my city, because I will.
Okay. We didn't ask you to bring
Philadelphia.
it. All right, let's do it. Kevin
All
Hart.
day, Philadelphia.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're trending
ain't gonna
worldwide
win.
with Kevin Hart. Can you believe that? We're trending worldwide.
I can believe it, because it happens. Okay, Steve? That just happens.
Steve, Kevin Hart is going to actually take over our Twitter account, #Kevin Hart on FT. So go to Twitter, ask him anything you'd like. Did he have fun? Was he scared? Is he mad at Skip? Is he
Of course
mad at
he's
Stephen
scared.
A?
And you need to apologize for the stuff you came on the show talking about us. You need to apologize before you
What
leave.
about that booger you left?
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, and
I'm sitting in my chair. I had to twist the chair. What you sitting butt naked in the chair for?
The only apology that I'll make is showing up here today. You know why? Because I've been here. I'm here right now with two illiquidities.
Illiquidities? What exactly is an illiquidity?
Illiquidities is an electrifying, calibrated.
It sounds good. Kevin Hart, let me explain. Released on July 3rd. Let me get this right. It is the 4th highest grossing stand-up film of all time. Congratulations.
Thank
it's
you.
still going.
Yes.
It could surpass more records.
It's in theaters right now. So
It's
if you haven't
illiquidity.
seen it, go see it. Right now, it is basically manicizing.
Metastasizing and everything
I
else.
gotta do better with words.
Okay.
I gotta do better.
That's okay. You need 7 a day.
I gotta do better.
Kevin Hart, ladies and gentlemen.
7 a day. It's all it takes.
On First Take. We'll have more First Take after the break. You were great.
Thank you. You
Can
were
you
great.
come and hang out?